Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to cover something that I get asked a lot this time of year, and that is, can you ride your e-bike in the snow? Well, the answer to that question is maybe. And I say that because there's some things you need to do. Make sure you have the right e-bike, make sure you prepare your e-bike for it, and then there's some safety things I'd like to share in today's video just to make sure everybody has a good, safe riding experience in the snow, because you absolutely can ride it in the snow. In fact, it can be a lot of fun. I use mine to pull tubes behind. The kids love it. So we're gonna have some fun today. We'll go over all of the types of bikes you can use in the snow in today's video and how to prepare it. Let's go. So let's talk first about the types of e-bikes you would want to use in the snow. So first type of e-bike I absolutely would avoid at all cost, and that are these small foldable e-bikes that have this very, very slippery road tire, very small tires. In fact, I think these ones are about 14-inch tires. There's a market for these, but it's definitely not the snow. When you have smaller tires, you have less of the tire on the road at any given time with zero traction. Half the tire would be buried in the snow, especially if you have a lot of snow. It's just not safe. So if you have one of these types, these skinny tires with no grit that are very small tires, avoid at all costs. Guys, do not, I repeat, do not ride this in the snow. Now let's talk about the second type of e-bike. Now the second type of e-bike can be used in the snow. There is a better option for you, and I'm going to talk about that shortly, but you can ride this type of an e-bike. Now these are 20-inch fat tire e-bikes, and I would say probably 90% of those out there that ride e-bikes with fat tires have the 20-inch tires, and that is the circumference of the tire itself. So guys, think about this. If your tires are smaller, it's going to grab less of the ground. If it grabs less of the ground, there's a better chance that you could skid out, especially if there's icy conditions. So can you ride it in the snow? Absolutely. You want a fat tire when you're in the snow. And you want grit. This has grit. This is the Ebike M20. I've ridden this on the snow. It's great in the snow. There is a better option. I'm going to talk about that in just a minute. But if you are going to ride in the snow with this, with only 20-inch tires, there is one thing that I would highly recommend, and I'm going to cover that a little bit later, but I'm going to talk about it really quick right now. You want to deflate your tires. I know that sounds silly, but if you deflate your tires a little bit, and I'll talk about exactly how much you want to deflate it in a later part of this video, but by deflating it, basically what's happening is it's going from being a hard surface, and when they're cold like this, sometimes they deflate themselves, but you definitely want to deflate it a little bit. Makes more sense. More surface of the ground's being grabbed, you have better traction, and you have a safer ride. So can you ride the M20 by Ebike right here in the snow? Absolutely. And if you look right here, oh, this is kind of a heavy bike. There is all kinds of traction, and weight is actually a good thing in the snow. So you want an e-bike that is pretty heavy, but there's good traction on this. They are 20-inch tires. The only thing that would make this better are the 26-inch tires on the next fat tire e-bike I'm going to share with you right now. All right, now we're talking the ultimate e-bike for riding in the snow. You've got 26-inch tires, so you're going to have more surface of the tire hitting the ground. You've got grit on your tire. It's 4 inches wide, so you've got a wider tire, bigger tire, very heavy frame as well. This one's a triple suspension. This one's by Bandit Bikes. And Bandit Bikes has some quite a few different models. This is the Urban X Trail. So this was really designed for being off-road and certainly in the snow. So it's got great triple suspension, front, mid, and back. So it's got good cushion. Does have luggage rack back here so you can carry things with you if you are heading to the store. Guys, this has everything you want in a fat tire e-bike. Look how fat and thick those tires are right there. So this would be the ultimate e-bike to take out there with you when you are riding in the snow if you want to ride safely. So really quickly, again, I'm going to link everything. I'll link all three of these bikes and what I'm going to talk about next, and that is safety. When you are riding in the snow, safety is super important. So let's talk about that right now. All right, so like I said, safety is super important. The first thing I mentioned earlier in the video was deflating your tires. So if you get a little gauge like this right here, you can plug it into your tire. It will actually tell you the tire pressure. Lower your tire pressure 20%. By lowering it 20% from what the recommended says on the tire, you're going to grab more of the road. Highly recommend that. Second is a helmet. Now, let me just show you this helmet really quick. So this is a unique helmet. This is actually made by Ebike, and this is one of those helmets that you want if you are, like, say for example, a snowboarder, or if you ride even motorcycles. It's important to have a little bit better than a traditional e-bike helmet when you're riding in the snow, because there's always that chance that you could hit a patch of ice and you might actually wreck. Hopefully you're doing it in, like I have here, a field. So if you do fall, it's just grass underneath, not road. But a lot of people do transport themselves on the road where ice could form. I would highly suggest getting a full helmet with a visor like this. Now this one here is really nice. It kind of looks futuristic. I like it for a couple reasons. One, it protects your eyes, so it gives you a little bit warmth in your eyes. To protect yourself from that cold wind, because when it's snowing it's probably cold, so that protects you there. Debris flying up, ice, chips, things like that. It also protects your eyes right here. It's also smart, so it has Bluetooth technology. So what's cool about this, in addition to the lights everywhere so you can ride it at night, it has Bluetooth. So instead of having to take your hands out of your warm heated gloves that you have while you're riding, just to get on your phone to get directions, or reply to somebody on a text or anything like that, listen to music, change your song, whatever you're doing, it has speakers inside here and it connects to your phone. Whatever device you have, whether it's Amazon or Apple, it connects via Bluetooth. You can ask for directions. Literally any song that you want to play, you could ask for through Amazon Music or YouTube Music, whatever you use, and it plays in the speakers in the ear. Guys, this thing right here is pretty cool. It is kind of the future, and this is a helmet that I use, and you're gonna see this in a lot of my videos from now on. There's really no reason to go with any other helmet. If you want the visor up, you can just slide it up. It doesn't have to be down, and it's really sharp looking, and it has lighting everywhere, reflectors everywhere. It's all about safety, guys, especially if you are in the snow. I will link this, as well as the bike pump, which also is a gauge so that you can get it just where you need the tires. I'll link all that in the description section of this video. So finally, I just want to, as a closing statement, say, if you're riding in the snow, stay warm, guys. You don't want to be cold. Think about it. If you're pedaling a normal bike, you're exerting energy, that keeps you warm. But if you're on an e-bike, more than likely you're just throttling. And although that's a lot of fun, you feel the cold winter breeze that much more. I use heated gloves. I always make sure I have a beanie underneath my helmet. I wear layers of clothes, nice warm shoes. Guys, be warm out there, be comfortable, have some fun. E-bikes are meant to go in the rain, in the snow, in sand, especially if you get a really good one. And I mentioned this one right here. One thing I do want to mention before I let you go, though, really quickly, some of the less expensive e-bikes will have exposed connections to your battery. Obviously, that's a bad thing. So you don't want to ride in sand or snow or rain or any of those things if you have exposed connections. The Bandit one here has a battery that is completely enclosed in the case on the top, not on the bottom. Super important, guys. So look at your e-bike, make sure it's safe for riding in the snow. If you are interested in any one of these bikes or have any questions about your e-bike, feel free to reach out to us. Just comment down right below this video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. It's an awesome helmet, awesome bike. I have fun in the snow. I'm gonna head out there right now, have some fun. Thanks again for watching. Bye.